Put your hands together for Garth Purkett.
Y'all. Hey, give it one more time for Genevieve Ferrari. She's way cooler than the car. Oh boy, I tell you. Just flew in from investigating arson damage to my crops, and boy, are my farms fired. That's a real stupid way to start a set. So I don't know if you guys can see. I've got kind of a small, tiny rumpus roast going on back here, like a pretty tiny butt. I feel like it has its pros and its cons. Con. In a dystopian future where butts are currency, I would be pretty poor. But pro, I would also be a pretty unlikely target for roving butt scalper gangs. So, I don't know, you tell me who's preparing for the future. A little bit about myself. My name is Garth. That's a weird name. I'm legally obligated to tell you to party on if you tell me to do so first. That's who I am. A little more about myself. I've been known to steal World Conquest-based board games from the store. So I'm a bit of a risk taker. Kind of a messy person. Like, I don't know, I kind of keep a lot of stuff, kind of like a pack rat, but I'm not like messy or unstable enough to be on that show Hoarders, but I would fucking kill it on a show called Look, I Have a System. Good show. I just discovered something about myself sexually. I recently discovered that I have a dictionary fetish. I'm still coming to terms with it. Alright, who wants to talk about some famous dead people? That's a good relatable topic. We're all alive. I think that if acting hadn't worked out early on, Heath Ledger would have made one hell of a candy bar accountant. Well, here's another. In the 80s, if they had made a line of sugary treats that you eat in the bathroom, the perfect spokesperson would have been John Candy. Yeah. One more. A lot of people ask me, they ask, Garth, who's your favorite creative influence? I tell them, E.E. Cummings. I mean, E.E. Cummings accomplished so much for a person named after dolphins ejaculating. That's a true fact. You can tell that to people at parties. One of my favorite jokes, speaking of sea creatures, one of my favorite jokes is a classic. It's where your friend asks you, do you like seafood? And then when you say yes, they open their mouth and it's full of chewed up food. Seafood. Classic comedy. I like to take it a step further though. I like to ask, do you like SeaWorld? And then before they can answer, I open my mouth and it's full of sad orcas in captivity. It gets them every time. It's, I think that's how you win a crowd in Seattle is with a sad orca joke. I'll leave you with this. I had a one-night stand a few months ago. It was not a positive experience. It was actually very awful. We didn't have a lot of chemistry or connection, but we just decided to have sex anyways because we're responsible adults who can make our own awful decisions. And but at the end of the night, she kind of tried to pin it all on me. She was like, Garth, that's the worst sex I've ever had with anyone. I know. So I looked at her and I said, look, I'm sorry. that you don't appreciate art. Well, I'm just so glad that you all appreciate my art. I've been Garth Purkett. Thank you very much.